Ako naman ngayon.
Manong Fishball ang tawag sa kanya. Pero sa mga araw na yun, many years ago, higit pa sa fishballs ang binigay niya sa akin. He taught me na walang di natutupad na pangarap sa taong handang magsumikap.
Dami niya na.
Panghapunan.
Pantoga.
Atin ang pangarap.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the University Alliance Cup Season 3 featuring Wild Rift. And we just got back from two very spicy matches that, of course, ruined my predictions. If you check out the AcadArena Facebook page. And we'll be your chatcasters for this next one. Faith College's Bravehearts. Not a stranger to collegiate in the AcadArena, but definitely a newcomer to UAC Wild Rift. Meanwhile, PNU Sulo, one of the premier Division 8 teams from previous season, is going to be up in this best of one round and this round robin group stage. We'll be your shoutcaster for that. Of course, I'm Leoric, and I am Hiron. With me is Leoric. Got a little bit of a switcheroo there, but of course, yeah, Faith Bravehearts all in one room. That's the synergy. Man, that's the synergy right there.
Yeah, if you're serious, man, even if you're cramped up in that kind of room, if you really want to win, you will have to do what it takes, man. So yeah, kudos to the guys right here. Here are the faces of PNU Sulo. And they're looking like they're ready.
Got that stock Discord background here for one of the players. We're getting into the pick and bans here for all of you guys. Galio going to be immediately banned here against PNU. Let me pull up my stats here. And of course, Galio was one of the premier picks here for Flaco in PNU Sulo from the previous season. So understandable it would get banned because it is also a popular ban in general in this season.
Akshan, interesting.
I mean, Akshan has a lot of potential. Yeah, I think I just hate seeing it, which is why I don't study Akshan as much as I should, because I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to see it.
Yeah, Akshan
and they ban it for us.
True, man. But yeah, Akshan in the right hands is pretty scary, man. When you're doing team fights and you think you're winning, and all of a sudden everyone revives on the opposing team, and just like that, you're already out of all the fight. So yeah, Akshan could be annoying in the right hand. So that's an okay ban right there. Not really the premier picks right now. Lee Sin again will be banned per Lee Sin.
I mean, if you're such a versatile jungler that teams have to pick you up, you've got to ban him. And because even if you pick him first on blue side, you're opening up a big counter swing on the red side 2 picks, right?
Right.
So he's in that state where you don't want him to get picked up by the enemy, but if you're blue side, you're not sure if you can first pick him just straight out of the bat compared to other power picks. Yeah. So he's in that kind of limbo.
Yeah, so yeah, just to save yourself from the headache, just ban him right away, right? Yeah, Riven and then Jarvan 4. So I guess another Olaf pickup right here for Faith. It's a possible Olaf Lulu. Let's see if Philippine Normal University will be reading this tell right here. Let's see who their next ban is going to be. Maybe an Olaf. 3, 2,
Probably
1.
Ziggs.
They're gonna be missing on them.
Okay, no. So Ziggs is
All right,
open. I think this is the first time Ziggs is like full open, right?
Yeah.
So
Ziggs
we
is
might
gonna be
see.
open.
And I think Ziggs is something that you can first pick here, but of course that does open you up to something like Xinjiao Camille, right? So it's a little bit contentious whether they're gonna go for the Ziggs here. This is why sometimes I prefer being on red side, right? It gives you that.
There it is.
Yeah, there we go. Gives you that. It goes for the Olaf right
Yeah,
there.
what will happen here is if you
Ziggs
first
Camille.
pick Ziggs, then you just place yourself in a limbo because you already banned Jarvan 4. There's no way for you to counter if.
Come on, give me Ziggs Camille
Jarvan
here.
4. Yeah, that would be very good.
Fiora also works.
Right.
Fiora also works.
Yeah.
Milen does play the Ziggs, but it's not.
You can deny the Lulu.
Mhm.
It's okay to deny the Lulu right here. Don't let Faith Colleges get the Lulu.
Okay, Rakan.
Olaf.
Okay, so they prefer the Rakan here because I do see the merit of a Rakan pickup here to augment the aggression that PNU Sulo might be wanting to pull out here. The Fiora gives a Fiora a lot of free time to hit in that really messy brawl that the quickness makes. But we're gonna have to
Yeah.
see how Bravehearts finishes off their first half of the draft here with their last two picks for the first phase.
Yes, let's see who they're gonna
Con.
go for. Camille, yes, the
Camille.
Camille is available. They're gonna go for the Camille.
hmm And
And then they can go for the support. Are they gonna be completing it with a Lulu pick?
Mhm.
Because that will be under threat for a ban if in case the Lulu is not picked right here. But I guess let's see.
they're thinking really hard on this, but they
Yeah,
could
they're
go
taking their time.
for they could go for the Lulu. If they don't think if it'll be banned in the second phase though, they could just go for
True.
a mid laner here for Toki, take something away from
There
Milan.
it
But yeah,
is.
as you predicted, it's gonna be the Lulu here. It seems like they fear that it might get banned out in the second phase, and well enough because Lulu is one of those powerful enchanter supports that are very good right now. Lots of build options depending on your comp, and here
True.
it's gonna be like what Ardent. It's just gonna be the usual Ardent harmonic echo here.
Yeah, but yeah, this is scary already. You have an Olaf Lulu plus a
Mhm.
Camille on top of it all.
No escape.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. So Shire Rakan is
yeah.
gonna be completed right here for this on the side of Sulo. Let's see. Oh, this is the second phase of the ban. Red team goes first. I will say who's a good Baron lane. Oh no, who's a good mid right here for the team. Oriana can be a ban
Mhm.
right here, or even an Ari. It could be ban right here. TF also. Olaf can go. Olaf can work well with a TF. I won't be surprised if a TF
Yeah,
will be
against
banned right here.
Bravehearts, it's really just gonna be
Kaisa.
okay. Okay, very good, very good. They
Yeah, good.
smartly okay. You pick up the Lulu. Will try to take away some of the hyper carries that Lulu
True.
synergizes with in a comp that wants to be aggressive, like Camille Olaf. Then taking away the Kaisa is definitely good here. The Lucian is open, but once again, I don't think Lucian is as good as he should be right now, even
True.
with the new items from like not new, but like
There it
2.4
is,
items. TF gonna come out. This Zig's gonna get banned here as well. I do think Ziggs could be a good addition to the Zaya.
Right. Good point.
To the Zaya and the Fiora right there. Just round out that comp. So they are lacking in a front line right now. It's a problem for PNU.
Let's see. Gragas is available.
There we
right?
go. Ziggs ban.
Yeah, Ziggs.
Yeah, Gragas
is
also available. But
It'd be good for the picks for Sulo side.
Actually, yeah, Gragas, that gives the Zaya an extra layer of safety if
Right.
they're going for a more defensive, because they can leave the engage to the Rakan with Flaco, right? So they could pick up the Gragas in mid lane just to hold the fort in mid lane, but the
Right.
Gragas does have a few matchups that he really doesn't like. The Rengar being taken away from Blasphemy here. We did see that the Rengar we saw today lost, but it was quite potent in terms of the burst damage it could bring out.
Ooh, Brand.
Brand. Oh,
Oriana.
okay,
Right.
it's not too crazy. I've been seeing Brand appear on a few people's like
Right.
champions to watch lately, but that's mostly in actually bot lane instead of mid lane, right? So, and
I love
I
the
don't.
yeah.
Mhm.
I love the Oriana pick right here. It's a denial. Well, if you put Oriana together with an Olaf, it's still it's gonna make Olaf even more tankier and even scarier with the combo potential. So the Oriana right here, good pick by Sulo. Let's see how Fate is gonna be responding to that. They don't have an ADC just yet.
Vayne.
All right, here we
Okay,
go.
that's a Kaisa alternative. Not
True.
as
Aggressive.
yeah, yeah, hyper carry, short range can really jive with the Olaf Camille. It's a little bit more vulnerable than the Kaisa is, but I think Vayne's a lot better here in Wild Rift than you would expect in League PC,
Yes.
right? Because the Silver Bolts actually is a steroid, which means that Vayne can actually fight early game.
There it
Okay,
is.
Ari coming in as well. So Milen is usually the one we see playing the Ari, but here it seems like PNU Sulo sticks to a game plan. Okay, we need a control mage. Let's go
Jungler.
pick up the Oriana. The jungler's all that's left here, and if it's gonna be for Blasphemy,
Xin Zhao? I would say I'm not really sure.
since that was a pretty good Malphite,
Malphite. All right.
we have seen a few Malphites.
No,
Okay,
no, there-
Xin Zhao. I was gonna say
Xin
Xin
Zhao.
Zhao, right? I was gonna say like Xin Zhao is like the easy, very easy.
Yes.
Since J4 is banned and Lee Sin is banned, the next best thing you have to really deliver the ball while also being more generally useful than Malphite is
Right.
Xin Zhao, right? You go
Yes,
in,
definitely.
and if Flaco goes for roam, Flaco is known to roam during opportune times. So Enchanter support with Engage plus Xin Zhao is a very scary roam combo to run into. Let's say Milen has somehow gets priority thanks to Blasphemy. They can try kind of like pinch at the jungle here of Pure, or actually go for Drake.
Yes, definitely. My only problem right now for Sulo is that there is no way to stop a charging Olaf at this point. And even Camille, if ever she decides to join the fight, it's gonna be very hard to control them. So I am in favor of Braveheart's lineup right here. What do you think about the draft, man?
Yeah, so far for the draft, I'm actually favoring Sulo a little bit here. They have a very good ball delivery system. They have a very well-rounded bot lane as well.
Right.
The thing
Good
that
point.
concerns me is that their front line isn't as beefy as you would like. Because
Yes.
Blasphemy is not going to be building tank, is going to have to deal some
No.
damage. And even with the Crescent Guard and the inherent sustain that Xinjiao has, it might not be enough against the Vayne and the Olaf, you know, just
Yes.
rushing down.
Yeah, but the key right here for Sulo is that you don't want to go 5v5 against Bravehearts right here. You have the Fiora, very good in split push. So I guess you will have to focus on that Fiora. Make sure that Fiora will have a beautiful early game, so that Fiora can split push and force Camille out of the fight, or even other members of Faith right here to respond to the Fiora split push. That will be their key to winning this one out. So yeah,
For
they will
sure.
have to make sure that Fiora will have a good early game.
Okay, both of our teams, Faith Colleges, ready to brawl. Bardagulan sa Wild Rift. Meanwhile, we got an edgy post here from PNU Sulo. That's the guy you gotta watch out for, you know. Of course, game starting. Seems like both of our teams aren't going for anything too crazy.
Right.
Just looking out for their jungle entrances, and yeah. So far, jungle camps just going to be on opposite sides. I
Right.
have to double check if he goes for a full clear here as well. It is Olaf.
Joseph Nalyara said that ang mga PNU ay mga babaero daw. So that was because of the post right there. But hopefully that's not true. Let's see. Aside from that, though, inside the game, Camille and Fiora. This is what I want to focus on.
This is the match.
Yes, man. Whoever wins this lane is gonna have the upper hand of this game. So Penguin versus Rain. Let's see who will win this one.
It's a classic top lane skill matchup here. Of
Right.
course, the junglers are going to be a huge part of the success or failure of these solo laners or these Baron laners. But yeah, it's going to be a very contentious lane because whoever gets ahead here is going to have a very good transition into like the 8th, 9th minute of the game where they can really go for the split pushes. Meanwhile, looking at the junglers, seems like nice preemptive ward here from Rain. He is going to be able to catch out Pure if he goes for a gank. Meanwhile, it seems like Blasphemy is just fine going for a half clear on his jungle, waiting for an opportunity to gank bot lane.
Bot lane. I was looking at bot lane earlier. I saw Vayne lose around 3 CSs right there. And look at that. 1,460 already on the hands of the Saya. Well, only 1,300 on Vayne. Vayne will have to do better in the CS field here on the bottom lane, because if this keeps up, Vayne will have a hard time in the later parts of this game.
They're going for a the old reach around here. I don't think it's going to be for a gank, though. It's a little bit too risky without the ultis, but he is very near level 5. So he
Olaf is there.
Like randomly, he could randomly get a level 5 off of the fight right here. He's going to get spotted out. Right now, Pure is in a pretty good position. He's cleared out most of his jungle camps. He's just ready to roll. Meanwhile, Blasphemy has to play catch up.
Alright, Xinjiao is going to be rotating on top lane. Look at that, the level gap already. It's already level 4, but Shaya is going to be level 5 and a few more CS. So on the bottom lane, I will give it to PNU at this point. Pretty safe early game still for both teams, as Olaf is going to go for the Raptors right here. Again, what do you call this? The win condition right here for PNU is make sure Fiora will have the upper hand here in the Baron lane. But so far, so good. No one is really controlling the Baron lane. And the bottom lane, I am favoring Shaya and Rakan so far.
I mean, that's just how the matchup goes, right? Like for the first few levels, the Vaynes are gonna have to just take a little bit of a beating, even though he's not getting killed. Here, he does get a good opportunity. Yes, that's nice. That gets the Vamp Scepter as well. Give him a little bit of sustain in that matchup down there. And the first Drake and the first Rift are going to be contentious as well. So
True.
Both of these objectives will dictate how the rest of the next 5 minutes will go. So let's watch it very, very closely.
Yeah, man. Next 20 seconds, right? The status quo of the game is going to be changed. For sure, already Shaya has done the reset. 2,800 already on the Shaya. He has around 100 gold in lead on top of the Vayne. But Rift or Scuttler is going to be taken by Faith on the bottom lane. That will give them vision over this Ocean Drake. The big objectives have just spawned. Let's see how both teams are going to be setting up for the take right here.
Nice vision setup here by PNU. Oh, that's a grand entrance. Oh no, that's a shockwave. Dude does get the knockup from the Wild Growth, which saves them. But that's 4 summoners burnt from Bravehearts.
Dragon
Forces
time.
the recall on Ray. It's probably going to be Drake time here. The good thing is that Faith still has her jungler, and PNU had to burn 2 big ultis for this fight. So this
Saya,
is
what are you doing
that
there?
is complete desolation on Zeomaze, as he's going to get assassinated. Breaks up the formation, but there's going to be still lots of damage coming from PNU Sulo. Kokobop looking for an in here, gets the charm. The shield from Milan able to come through, though Blasphemy looking for an in when his wind becomes lightning. Just looks for an opportunity. He's level 6. He's going to get condemned onto the wall. It's going to end up as a 2-4-1 here. So in the end, it's actually in favor of PNU despite the initial assassination of Zeomaze. But
I'm not
that
really
was
sure what
close, that's
happened right
scary.
there. Yeah, man. Right here, Shaya, that was uncalled for. That was a missed position right here. Good thing PNU was able to salvage things up when Faith went in for the aggressive take right there. They could have gone for the dragon already, and they would have been able to take that. Instead, they went for the chase, and they end up losing that fight, and they did not even get the dragon. So far, so good for PNU. 2-1. Pretty even on the gold at
They can
this
just
point.
repeat it though. And in this
True.
case, PNU actually has the advantage now that they have all their ultis back up.
Right, definitely. So let's see how PNU will be playing this one out. Vayne doesn't have the ultimate, also the Ahri. Camille is at top, but Rain is taking a lot of damage right here. So this is priority on the top side. Penguin will have the opportunity to go down and start the Rift Herald should they want to take that. Dragon, though, is being started by PNU, and I guess this is going to be a big fight right here, man. Round 2, take a deep breath.
Yeah, Penguin's rotating down. He knows that he's probably gonna be more useful. He knows that Rain is a little bit forced to stay topside there. Does not want to go for the recall and just lose a Drake. So they might end up trading turret damage for Ocean Drake here. Penguin gonna go back up. This is gonna be a very good opportunity here for Sulo, and go for the fight. Here goes for the hero's entrance. Knocks up the Vayne, knocks up the Lulu as well. That's gonna be the 3-man shockwave. In comes the Xinjiao. Wind becomes lightning. The storm is approaching and provoking. That's gonna be PNU Sulo picking up the Ocean Drake and a kill. For now, Ray and Kokobop are surviving by virtue of being a Lulu with a Vayne. But that was very, very close. PNU picks up the first Ocean.
Yeah, Blasphemy and PNU using the strength of the Xin Zhao. On the first objectives, Xin Zhao, that's his time to shine. He killed the Olaf and got the smite on the dragon. Hold that thought. There's a fight.
Oh no, now PNU is like, we don't have any ultis, we're just gonna die. Rain does get a revenge kill up there, but they do lose out on the first Rift Herald of the game. Next one's gonna be spawning at 11. That timing's going to be very tight for the second Rift Herald, so this might actually just end up being a trade of the objectives here. Of course, the Ocean Drake is really good here specifically for Blasphemy and for Rain. They really want to have as much sustain as they can, but the Rift Herald, they could use this to open up the map for themselves, and that might be worth it with the extra gold that these turrets give.
Yeah, good point, man. Good thing that you brought that up. Remember, the first trade of the game is still available, so that's extra 150 gold to every member of the team. So let's see how Faith will be setting this up. They want to get the first turret of the game, but which side are they gonna push? We will know for sure in a bit. 3-4 on the board, just a pretty even gold for both teams right now. So it's a close game at 8 minutes in. I'm expecting a long game for this one.
Quite long relative to other Wild Rift games as well. It is very even. I think this is one of the closer fights that we've had. Along with FIT How as well. Not FIT How, along with WVSU and TUP. That one's pretty close as well. This is going to be all about playing to their win conditions and all about dictating the tempo, right? We want to You want to outpace your enemies in terms of the control you have on the board. PNU obviously can do that with if Rain keeps ahead of the curve against Penguin, but I think they're generally even right now.
True, but yeah, if ever this continues to happen, I'm favoring PNU right here. Again, the one of the win conditions right now for Faith is just to take advantage of their aggression. They have a Lulu, they have a Lola. They should be getting pickoffs right now, but they're not getting it at 9 minutes in. So in the later parts of the game, PNU will be a lot scarier, especially that they have the Ocean Drake right here. Faith will have to push. For urgency right here. There is a rotation going at the top. Go for the Camille. That's gonna be a hard target to get. So they just settle for the Rift Scuttler instead.
Scuttle Crab right there. Will cover there. It seems like they're setting up Vision here, possibly to try and take down mid lane. The Rift Herald is still open, so I mean, still up. So Faith Bravehearts could use that to make some space for themselves. It is the jungler has it, so they have a little bit more versatility on where to put it. Blasphemy going to be seen under a ward at this point. A few movements here and there from both of our teams, but they don't quite find what they want, so they just back off, clear their jungle camps, clear out the waves. Not too much happening until the next Cloud Drake spawns, but it's just all set up.
Yeah, I guess the Cloud Drake is where the next party for this game is going to be happening. 3 to 4, that's 7 kills only at 10 minutes in. Not a very high activity of game, so this tells you the maturity of these two teams. Who will get this Cloud Drake will have significant advantage at this point. PNU already has the Ocean Drake in their hands. If they get this also, I would say they will start to gain momentum of this game, especially that you have a Xin Zhao. Twin Shadows is going to be used to scout where Ray is and other members of Faith. Rift Herald, yeah, we forgot about this. They're going to be using it. Fight is on.
Twin Shadows as well to try and get scout out Flacco, make sure he doesn't unexpectedly go in, but they are going to go in. Look at that quickness charming them. They are going to get taken down with Flacco here, and Blasphemy goes down as well. The Cloud Drake does get secured, but PNU is falling apart here without their marksman. In comes Zeame, is going to try and get them. Does kill out CocoBop here. It seems like the formation of Bravehearts has broken, and PNU stabilizes after that fight. It is a 3-for-3, but PNU seems like this is a pretty good win for Faith Bravehearts. They lose the Cloud Drake, but they get the turret and the 3-for-3.
Yeah, man, that was disastrous for PNU at the start of the fight. They did get the dragon, but they were taken down one by one. But look at that right there. Zaya Mavs playing his hearts out and taking everyone down on the side of Fate. Even things out 3-for-3, and they got the dragon on top of it. Slowly but surely, they're now taking control of the game. 2K gold lead at 11 minutes 30 seconds. Rift Herald is already available. They can go for this one if they want to. Fate doesn't want to give this one away because they know that they will be giving more lead on the side of PNU. So this will be a banger in the next minute of the game or so.
Faith needs to be aware of their backline, right? They have to go front to back in a way with CocoBop. If CocoBop exposes his back to PNU, then the thing that Zeames did is going to happen again. And I really want to commend Rain as well with that repose. That actually blocked a substantial amount of damage and gave PNU enough time to stabilize and make it a 3-for-3 instead of just a straight up disaster. Because they got what they were going for in that, which was the Cloud Drake. And even though they did trade back to mid lane, it's gonna get traded back very, very soon anyway. If you look at the HP, they just need to. Yeah, okay. That's gonna be the charm hitting through as well. Trying to survive that dive. It's gonna be a trade for trade right there. Featherstorm is only being used now for the safety, and actually does get the full kill. Outplayed Zeamaze right there, and that is why you do not dive Zeamaze's Saya. Specifically Zeamaze's Saya as well. He plays Kaisa, he plays these high risk marksmen that really live on the edge. He knows how to maximize these margins for himself, and he gets that easy triple. That's huge.
Yeah, man, that's commendable right there from ZMH. I thought that was a very good aggression right there for Fate. They got the charm in. Somehow Flaco, comment to the unsung hero of that fight, he was able to protect the Shaya enough for Shaya to be safe under the turret. Then Shaya dishing out the damage. They were able to get kills, and now we're looking at 6 to 10, 5k gold lead in favor of PNU, and they're gonna have an easy way when this Infernal Drake is gonna be spawning up. Baron is already available in this game, so it is gonna be very risky for Fate to go aggressive on the next portions of this game. They cannot afford another pick off from PNU, so they will have to play perfect at this point.
Oh no. Flaco has the Protector's Vow into the Zeke's.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, okay, that's a lot of damage pushing him out of mid lane. Not enough though. The wave is not enough for them to actually take advantage of that to push in mid lane, but this cooldown for the shockwave should be pretty fast. And yeah,
True.
Zeke's on Flaco. You will see
there
how much.
it is.
Ooh, almost caught that. Forces the flash from Toki. Ooh, they're really battering them down here.
True. 20 seconds for the the Infernal Drake to be spawning Sins Out, just doing Sins Out. Thanks. Invasion at the top blue buff is gonna be successful. So that's good denial onto the side of Fate. So slowly but surely they are able to take control of the map. Their Ari is gonna be forced to go back home. Mid turret is gonna go down. That's gonna extend the lead to 7k. Now everyone on PNU's side will start the dragon. Right, Faith, they know that this is a big time objective right here, so they don't want to give this one out, but they cannot do. They're not that confident at this point that they will be giving this one for free.
Because if you look at the items right now, it's really favoring PNU. That 8k gold lead just makes the entire difference for the team fight on Infernal. They can't really throw their faces against the Infernals to try and contest it because because two things are certain if they try to contest Infernal, right? Or one thing is certain, they will lose out on the team fight, most likely, unless PNU really blunders their positioning. So it's either you go, are we going for a chance to get Infernal, but we're gonna get our asses kicked, or do we just not engage, right? Because what's the value of that Infernal? Like 6%? That might not be worth the amount of gold PNU gets from killing.
Right, sure. Yeah, but I think what will be a good trader there is just try to go for an attempt for a steal at the very least. You can sacrifice a life of an Olaf just to try to get just to try to steal that Infernal Drake. Because if you don't do that, look at that, 3 dragons already in the hands of PNU, and at this point, this is starting to get starting to get out of control for Fate. Look, Baron is gonna be cleared. Baron Pit is going to be cleared right here by PNU. They have full control of this game at this point.
Though Bravehearts, with the 8k gold deficit, they can still steal out a team fight win. A lot easier on Baron Pit than in Drake Pit for Faith Bravehearts being on blue side here.
True.
So maybe we'll see them try and well, Baron is one thing that they can't give up here. They have to do what take a chance at Baron here. Good control mage gameplay here from Milan, so keeping them at bay. So that's gonna be, is that Spirit Rush?
I wasn't able to see that button, but yeah,
it is a Spirit Rush.
PNU, they don't have any reason to rush this one out. They don't. Pressure is on Faith technically. Here in the bottom lane, let's see, that's pretty even right there. But yeah, they can try to pressure the Baron and then go for a turn right here. This is what we're talking about. The split push is already starting.
They're baiting it.
PNU.
Oh,
Yeah,
the Twin
the
Shadows. Twin Shadows. The jig is up, so to speak.
True.
Meanwhile, split push battle happening on the side. Obviously, at this point, Rain is in a much better position here. Actually, no, they're actually quite even, with just like 2 longswords worth of difference here between Rain. But the rest of the team here, PNU, really working hard at pressuring Faith Bravehearts, forcing them to make a decision, so to speak.
Okay, so PNU is just gonna go for the Baron instead. They know that everyone's here. They're slowly poking Ari down, so Ari is now forced to go back home. because she's in no condition to fight at this point. If they know about this, there should be go time. But PNU will play safe. They don't need this risk. Camille, Hextech Ultimatum. The fight
Okay,
is
it's
on.
going to be a 4v5 here. They do take out the Camille before everything happens. The Crescent Guard is just making sure that this Xin Zhao is a monster juggernaut. Flacco coming in as well. Featherstorm from the side, not going to hit anyone. But that's 0 for 3. All that time, the split push happening from Rain was superb.
Oh.
And is he going to be able to finish off the game right here by himself? No, okay. Coco Bob chooses not to throw the game.
Yeah, I don't think so. But yeah, this is PNU staying true to their win condition. 4v5, I mean 4v4. When Camille went in to help her team, really, Rain, it was his time to shine with the
Rain has no mana.
split push. Mid inhibitor is gonna be next in the target.
I think this is
14
gonna be
seconds
game.
on the timer.
10
Yes, I guess
seconds
so.
on Penguin. Coco Pop cannot defend this on his own. They're actually gonna go for Coco Pop anyway,
GGs.
just to extend their KDs. That's gonna be PNU Sulo. Kind of a lukewarm start from both of our teams. PNU finds their opening, goes for the jugular, and starts off this group stage with a 1-0. That's gonna be our second to the last game here for today in UAC group stages for Division A. And look at the happy faces, the smiles, and the axes. Well, if you guys attended the talk, we did have a stream on AcadArena as well, and regarding crypto as well. And you can become a scholar on AcadArena. Just look through the AcadArena FB page as well.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Yeah, but what do you call this? The team just flexing right there. Sando guy with the muscles flexing onto everyone, and everyone's just saying that they're playing actually at the same time playing Wild Rift on the side of PNU. The nearest is the victory march right here. This was the Baron where Camille went in, Hextech's ultimatum, but just got deleted
Crescent
from
Guard. This
that
is
point
a perfect
on.
place for
Xin
Xin
Zhao.
Zhao.
Yeah, Xin Zhao just flexing
wait,
onto
wait.
everyone. No damage taken right there. Here comes the cleanup. Only 2 champions left. This is the gank at the top lane where Shaya survived and was able to get 2 champions at the top lane. So
That was
double kill
him
for
basically
Shaya.
perfecting the timing. Yeah, perfecting the timing for the Featherstorm as well as the Protector's Vow, really keeping him alive with that sliver of HP. So PNU Sulo, okay, very strong start here against Faith Bravehearts. Faith Bravehearts newcomers to Wild Rift here in UAC. They still have the rest of the group stage to try and improve.
Ooh, take 2.
Good.
Replay on that triple kill.
It's just that good. You have to watch it twice. And yeah, I love their movements. PNU
Yeah.
Sulo, I loved how they played that final Baron. They were baiting it out, forcing a decision from Bravehearts while their Fiora was constantly split pushing. Their waves weren't prepped, but that's fine. That's fine because the moment that they saw the Camille go up, they canceled the Baron, let the split push do its course, and once again pressuring Bravehearts to make a wrong decision.
Right. So for the future opponents of Sulo, take note, Maver's Saya is scary. So try to ban that one out.
Yeah, my
Definitely. Yeah. But for Brave College, Faith Colleges, Bravehearts, they had a good draft right there. They just didn't go for the. If you're a team, you really have to know the win condition of the opposing team also. And Fiora was one of the keys for Sulu to win this game.
Definitely.
They could have focused and then concentrated and camped on that Fiora. Make sure Camille will have the upper hand, so that Fiora will have a hard time, and that is their win condition. That's Xing their win condition of Sulo. But then again, it went for everything just went into Sulo's side. That was what we mentioned earlier. If Sulo in the long run will not have their Fiora negated, they're gonna win the game.
Yeah, pretty much, and this is what I like to see. Wild Rift is a relatively young game, especially for UAC. This is only the second time we're featuring Wild Rift on UAC here, and our teams, our organizations, they want to establish a dynasty here. And so far,
Right.
how in the previous season was the ones up top, but they're facing a lot of strong competition. Division B teams from previous season now doing very well here, and Division A teams constantly
Right.
pushing the margins. And then our next one, it is going to be Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Cerberus
Yeah,
Ultimate from
yeah.
Pylon. You may recognize them as Pylon from the previous season. And of
Right.
course, University of San Agustin, the Iloilo boys, the ever-present Iloilo boys. in UAC and in Collegiate with Sage Tempest. San Agustin Golden Eagles Tempest is our next and final match for today.
There's a comment right here from Aldrin Salas. I guess he's from PUP. Paano po ba mag-try out sa PUP Wild Rift team? Try to go to the organization. Maybe they have an opening. You can try out. It is AcadArena with the Wild Rift for
Yeah,
collegiate level.
Pylon. You,
It's
you
really
should check
looking
in
good.
with Pylon Esports. Yeah.
Right.
I think they're the PUP Esports org as well. I do believe that Cerberus is affiliated with Pylon. So kung kailangan mong kung gusto nyong mag-apply for that, then you should contact them. That goes for every school participating here as well. Just
Right.
watch out for announcements on, say, if you're from University of San Agustin. Of course, you would probably know the Golden Eagles. They're the people to contact, and just contact your local org. Immerse yourself in that community because
Right.
that's the best way to get involved here in collegiate esports in the Philippines.
Definitely. So it's a very there's a very very bright future